My name is Ada. I am testifying from Germany, and that woman that God has shown mercy. 5 years ago, when I gave birth to my baby, I started having pain after a day after, and the pain was so much that each day it started doubling itself. And then I was even after some days, I couldn't move my neck. I have to be wearing neck collar, and my waist was literally on fire. I couldn't sit for long, and I couldn't stand for long either. And the doctors, after some tests were carried out, they asked me not to carry anything that is up to 4 kilos, and my baby came with over 4 kilos towards, so that means I can't even carry him. If I carry my baby, I will be dying of pain. So breastfeeding became a very big problem for me, and they couldn't help me much because I was a lactating mom. I just put to bed. They were giving me only paracetamol and not also often, so I was dying in pain. My back was literally busting. I could counter steer sometimes. I could hold my back like I literally feel like there is invisible straws placed in my back and someone is blowing it like balloon. I could feel like air entering under my skin. I could try to block the air. I was in pain. My heart was busting. I thought I have heart issues. The pain was much that I would rather give birth to 10 babies in a day. So 2 weeks later, I stopped breastfeeding. The breast milk dried on its own, and the doctor said the pain was too much that my brain forgot to pass information to my body that I'm a lactating mom. Because the brain has stopped working properly, the body couldn't receive information, and my breast milk production ceased. I went for several tests, MRI and many things, and I was diagnosed of having osteomalacia, fracture on the lumbar 5 and sacral 1. So, and they say the surgery could be needed to ease the pain, but my husband was afraid because we have a friend who did the surgery and is still limping, especially in winter. So I started managing it with some painkillers, heavy painkillers, and none of them was helping me. I was literally dying in pain. I visited a doctor, a very good orthopedic, who still diagnosed of this osteomalacia with those fractures, and told me that my bones were so soft as if I'm living in a freezer. My bone has lost so much nutrient that osteomalacia, my bones are bending and it's too soft. That's why I'm having that kind of pain, and I'm reducing in height already. I've reduced in height. And if it's in a baby, then the baby will start having rickets, bow leg and all that. So it happened until 2021. 21st of March, I found Altar of Fire. I joined this prayer. Thank God for this commission. Thank you, Pastor Jerry, for answering that call. Don't know where I would have been by now, and many others. And my first miracle happened. Since 2021 March, I never visited the hospital. I have never been hospitalized again based on this very issue. Until last year, January, I heard about the 6 to 6 fasting and prayer for 21 days. I tried to join 10th of January. Pastor mentioned fracture of the spine.
Fracture of your spine. I hear fracture of your spine by the power that raised Jesus from the dead. I decree, let it be reversed by fire.
I keyed into it. I know it was because you would literally know when your own word came. So I keyed into it. And then sometime later, Pastor mentioned also osteomalacia. Osteomalacia, be reversed.
I hear osteomalacia. I announce, let it be reversed.
I keyed into those words. And from that 10th of January, I went to bed that night. I lied down. I didn't feel pain. I don't need help to get out of my bed. I don't feel like once I lie down, especially facing up, if I face up, I can't come out of bed. That one is not working. My waist will literally pull. So, and that was how God delivered me since that 10th of January. So I didn't give the testimony as I wanted to wait for 2 winters. 2 winters are gone, and I'm not wearing my corset again. I don't need it again. So my second testimony, God delivered me and healed me of chondromalacia. I live in Europe. I don't even know the business I have with Asia, osteomalacia, chondromalacia. So, and this chondromalacia was diagnosed in September last year of having chondromalacia patella internal meniscopathy synovitis, as my knee was swelling. Meanwhile, 8 years back, my left knee had the same issue. It was always swollen, and I would go to the hospital. They would drain fluid out of it, 50 mil, 40, 30 mil, and this thing happened for months. When I became tired of draining fluid and then getting injection in my knee, I obliged for the surgery they already prescribed for me. So we went in for the surgery, and they said because I waited stayed long, the fluid has damaged my knee cartilage, so they have to scrape and flush it. That was what they used. So they flushed it and started living without any cartilage. Those are shock absorbers. So I am still in pain. So it's one leg that is carrying me actually most of the time. And now the same leg developed problems since last year. So September I was still diagnosed of same thing. And I was scheduled for surgery immediately on the 19th of November 2023. I should come for surgery. But when I came back, I started thinking about it. I lost my left knee already, and the only one carrying me now, I should go for another surgery. What happened? They say this knee arthroscopy. There's a tear in it. They will stitch the tear and then try to drain the fluid before it causes more damage. That the surgery is urgently needed. So I came back. I was down. I was feeling down. Then I remember the altar of fire. I started presenting it at the altar of fire. I lay them always close to my device and everything. Then on that fateful day, my word came, and Pastor mentioned, Condro Malaysia, the negativity will not continue.
Condro Malaysia, Abale Korosha. That's what I hear. Condro Malaysia, Ishakubarazia. The mercy of God will not let negativity remain. By the mercy of God, we announce, let it be reversed.
I keyed into it. I prayed over it, and that was how my knee became okay. The swelling has gone down. I don't have any pain again. I can bend down. I could do whatever I'm not doing before. And I went back, and the doctor said, your knee is okay. There is no fluid in your knee, and the torn area is. They just came together. They are okay. You can go about you can do your sports. Continue doing your sports. And I shouted, Roy, thank you, Jesus. I said, to the God that sees me, may His name be glorified forever. And to you, Pastor Jerry, the oil of God on your life will never run dry. May you wake up each new day with new strength, new energy, as though you've lost nothing. Thank you for this selfless service. Thank you for accepting this call. Thanks, I count the number of deaths and widowers that could be if not for this call you've answered. Thank you. I'm so grateful.
Nsppd. Celebrate the royal. Celebrate. Is that how you celebrate? The God who does no wonders without numbers. Raise your voice. Give the Lord a shout.